Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast with me Matt, where we're continuing with the June tournaments. We are now on Series 1.3, the first game of it. It's on Gilsing King Refinery. Let's go through the players. Represent the Axis today, we have a Range Karma straight out the gate with the Infanteriedivision for the Wehrmacht, and Smokey as Panzertactics for the Waffen-SS. Represent the Soviets today, we have KDFS without a command choice, and excuse me, I just drank something. And Babel Gun as Tank Destroyer Regiment straight out the gate. Ooh, this should be interesting. First firefight has already begun here with the Sappers encountering the Pioneers. I think it's the Sturm Pioneers. Those are the Sturm Pioneers. Encounter them here with the wooden wall and fence. Sturm Pioneers are quickly running away to get into a different position to capture ground.
Engineers ready.
So the Soviets are quickly moving out to secure vital points, as opposed to Fontavikia coming up behind here, as we can see for KDFS. And we've got some conscripts arriving here for Babel Gun. Meanwhile, the Germans are slowly just expanding out and grabbing terrain. Sturm Pioneers have encountered the Sappers now in building-to-building fighting, which I think should be to the Sturm Pioneers' advantage, but the Soviets took one extra man, who can actually help a lot. Having one extra model can actually be a big deal in some firefights. Oh no. This folks is moving out. They're gonna encounter the Sappers out in the open. We think the Sappers are not the most accurate infantry. Conscripts are assaulting the Waffen-SS en masse here. Sturm Pioneers trying to get it into a good position. Conscripts get inside the building. Sturm Pioneers getting mowed down. And Sturm Grenadiers also not doing too well. Yeah, the Sturm Pioneers have to get out of there. Fortunately, conscripts are not the most accurate, but they've already suffered so many hits. Ah, they didn't make it. Oh, that's a big loss. And they might also lose the Sturm Grenadier. That could be a huge loss. Waffen-SS has a hard time recuperating losses early, unless you go to very specific commanders. Because the Wehrmacht is engaging with the Soviets over here, at the outskirts of the refinery itself. We have some Hitler Youth squads surviving to replace the losses. I'm trying to take the fight to the Soviets. There are cheaper alternatives, so they can replace your losses a little bit more efficiently. But they're being tossed. Force the conscripts out. Meanwhile, the Wehrmacht is advancing on this point. They're dealing with Fontoviki, though, some professional Soviet infantry. So they're actually quite accurate with their rifles, which is going to be a problem for the Germans in the long run, I think. But the Fontoviki can do a pretty decent job when they're behind heavy cover. We have some more post-grenadiers arriving. Germans are quickly trying to set up sandbags. They might be able to achieve it. No, they're actually targeting the sandbags to stop them. Indeed, that's a thing you can do. Lots of grenadiers and post-grenadiers here, though, laying down some pretty accurate rifle fire. Or trying to, anyway. Here the Soviets are digging in over here with their conscripts. Waffen-SS is still getting replacement units. Also got an MT-34 by looks of it. Also have early Kampfkraftsender going up for the Infanterie, which will give them free infantry upgrades they take up, because of how Infanteriedivision works. You basically get free veterancy upgrades from the Kampfkraftsender, as you take up. Maxima setup, which is allowing the Fontoviki to advance. They're gonna toss a grenade. Oh, one flash on them though. A grenade has been tossed. But Wehrmacht is in full retreat. The MG42 is quickly making its way up though to try and cover ground. Can use the crater here to provide some light cover. And well, the fight continues over here with the Waffen-SS pushing up. They do have an MG34 now for support. Max is setting up inside the building. Sturm Grenadiers trying to get on the flank here. Max is opening up though. I mean, why isn't you just stay behind the heavy cover and see if you could flank around? There's a smoke grenade there, which could allow the Hitler Youth to start advancing, but too late now, I think. That's unfortunate. MT-42 winning an ambush here, very smart. We also have a command choice here for KDFS. It is Motorstrelke. The Motorstrelke and Tank Destroyer against Infanterie and Panzer. I like the MT-42's just waiting. Because it knows if it catches them out in the point, it can kill them instantly. Like literally just like a burst or two, and they'll basically be dead.
Officer has arrived.
Get some mines being laid here. Conscripts are going for the points. MT-42 waits patiently in that crater.
No! We are ready!
And he's also engaging over here. And then the MT-42 rips into them. As you can see, they really killed a lot of them rapidly. Do not underestimate German machine guns. They are very potent. Probably the best machine guns you can get basically in the game. Hitler Youth advancing up the pier here. It's called a pier? Pair? I'm not good at my English in that aspect. I've never heard the word actually spoken that much. But I think it's called pier. Pier. Max opening up here. MT-42 is still not in the best position, but they can cover this wide area. We do have a light 80 gonna run here for the Soviets, a 45mm. We do have Sturmgewehr starts behind out to the Volksgrenadiers, unique upgrades to them if you're playing as Infanterie. Conscripts are running around. Mthis has gotten behind the line. Or at least the Hitler Youth have. The Germans need to get away. Need to get away of getting rid of that Maxim. Hitler Youth can open fire on these sappers. They could actually get to this cutoff point. Great being tossed into the building. Doesn't do much. Hitler Youth popping back in. And the MP40s can rip into these conscripts as they approach. As you can see, pretty short order. MP40 is actually pretty decent if you can get in a good position with them. Molotov thrown, and then you have a T-70. But Hitler Youth do kill the conscripts. Hitler Youth lack proper AT equipment. They only have a Panzerknacker. Artillery going in on the Maxim. 4 days trying to be established here. Ooh, artillery might destroy the Maxim, and it does. Problem is the Wehrmacht has no infantry ready to push. But the Lieutenant remains around. That fast in his approach. If the Germans could push them out there, that would be the most optimal for them. Conscripts know there's a Spearhead step on the move. They reported in probably. As the Germans try to set up their headquarters there. Maxim is still around. Germans get inside the building here. Hitler Youth took some heavy losses. They're probably not going to make it out of that. Yeah, but Kabatbeladung being tossed. Stuns one of the conscripts. But that Maxim is doing a lot of work. Oh, we did a grenade getting tossed in an incendiary from the Hitler Youth. But it's not hitting much. Then T-70 is going to hunt him down. Well, the Maxim could get the kill too. That works. Conscripts could get hunted down here. They're not so far. So it's going for the victory point. Lieutenant is doing his best to hold it on its own, but it's not going to last long. And there goes the Lieutenant. But the Germans have secured the center point here. And they can kill these conscripts easily. We do have a T-70 and a Krautbow on the move. So a little bit of a mechanized force here from the Soviet Union. And he's doing their best to hold the Fontoviki back, but that's just too many Fontoviki. Molotov being lighted here. And the 42 setting up though, which will quickly stop these Fontoviki. Yeah, these Fontoviki all dead. But now they know the mechanized force is coming for them. There's a pack forward, you know. Oh, but it looks like the Volksgrenadiers could be stuck here between two very hot places. We do have the Sturmgrenadiers trying to get up behind. We also have the Panzergrenadiers armed entirely with MP4. It's a very cheap choice for them, which actually allows them to have a lot of firepower. Basically become a squad fully armored automatic weapons. And Panzerfaust on the Crowbar, very nice. Looks like the Mthis has got a good handle of it there. And the Soviets are dug in here quite heavily. But the pack can hit the bunker. B-70 is still around. Soviets mind this approach? Yeah, not as far as I can see. Max still remains strong. We do have a Panzer IV F1 arriving for the Wehrmacht. Structure has been braced. But there's a small 80 gun, which could actually threaten the F1, I think. Because I don't think the F1's armor is that impressive. But unfortunately, it's a suffering out in the open like that, especially against Bolsheviki. They're not dealing with conscripts that don't know how to aim. Smoke grenade popped on the point, and then the storm grenade just might move to try and take it. He's saying has to be cautious. Panzerfaust being loaded, destroying the T-70. But now the conscripts are close enough and got a bush. That's gonna force the storm grenadiers back. Artillery called in on the Soviet positions again by a new lieutenant. If they can just take out the gunner and that bunker. MT-42 set up inside the building here. Now that's gonna be hard for the Soviets to deal with. But so two MG-42s now technically. Panzergrenadiers took some loss in the center, but they've done a lot of damage still. Pack 40 arriving here for the Panzer Division. Yeah, Mark can slowly start creeping up. Lieutenant is even going into a good position now. The F1 can start just advancing, I'd say. There's still a light 80 gun, but it is being suppressed. Oh, start to take out the forward HQ. Pack is also moving on, but there's some mortar firing under. Yeah, I think the Soviets have to consider conceding that point for now. They could always come back later. Better to reserve one's resource and manpower, but we have some more Bolsheviki coming on the flank. The Germans are lacking stuff to hold the flank at the moment, unless the lieutenant can focus on it. Transport artillery, but a Molotov might cancel that. Oh yeah, that hits the lieutenant. Oh, he's still gonna try and call the artillery strike though, despite being on fire. He succeeds, but he has to get out of there now, I think. Pack is being cleared by a mortar. Here we have the post-grenadiers armed with Sturmgewehrs. Fighting continues in the center. Here as a flamethrower is being used to clear out the areas. Grenades being tossed. Find a refinery bash here. Oil barrels getting blown up. Panzergrenadiers have to move. There's a Maxim there. Forward HQ goes down. The Soviets are nowhere to replenish anymore. I think the Soviets should just pull back here, preserve their manpower. Especially now that the post-grenadiers are running with their Wunderwaffen. And the F1 is just mowing down everything. But hitting the side there by the 45mm. Putting the top gunner. And the crew's gonna get mowed down there too. The Sturmgewehr is a very potent weapon. Panzergrenadier is moving through the center again. They are getting a half-pack for support. Looks like it's gonna be a normal 250. We also have more Bolsheviki arriving here for the Soviet Union. Replaced our losses. We also have a Jaeger squad arriving here for the Infanterie. Elite light infantry. Mortar's going to try and clear out the Maxim, I believe. You know where it is. But there's an 80 gun arriving. And tank hunters. They're going to go close enough to the Maxim there. Ooh, but I got Panzerfausted by the tank hunters. Need to target down the machine gun. That's actually not the max, and that's the other machine gun. But it's getting mowed down regardless. There's a minefield though, which has prevented the Germans from advancing further. Germans are now established a forward HQ here. To operate from, including having a medic team coming up now, some Sanitäter. Or a Sanitäter. So it's time to arm their Frontier with PPSHs. That can certainly make them dangerous. You need to tank destroy, I think, where you can give them the barrel drum PPSHs. Which makes them quite scary, actually. Also, we have the Hitler Youth in a drive-by preparation here with a flamethrower. Is there any AT equipment around? Not that I can see, but they have set up a bunker here.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
They're gonna try and drive down the pier? Looks like they are. I don't see any mines. And the 50 caliber is not ready yet, so I think these Hitler Youth could get through that. So it could attempt to attack the German port headquarters here. They're gonna try and flame it. But they are in range of the base defenses. Yeah, they should probably cancel that and get their munitions back. Bunker cleared. They do a lot of damage though to the forward HQ. T-34 arriving here for the Soviet Union. Panzer coming up behind the Hitler Youth as they continue to advance. They'll soon encounter that T-34 though. Hitler Youth popping out. Oh, they hear the tank. They know that's a tank, and they're gonna Panzerknacker it. Oh, they didn't manage to get it off. No, there it goes. Yeah, it's still a little bit wonky. Good job doing that, actually. I rarely see people manage to pull it off. Panzer is on the move quickly to support. There's been a little bit of artillery fight down here, but overall looks like it's mostly static. But the Hitler Youth are now behind with the Panzer coming out to support. Way inside the building. Man, those Panzer just mowed everything down with the MP40s in short order. Good play there from the Waffen-SS. Especially now that they're behind the line. And they just need to clear out that Maxim. Notice that the Wehrmacht has been pushed back somewhat. By some crossfire from a Sapper, by two Sapper squads. We do the Siscon trying to provide some artillery strikes here on the Grenadiers. Maxim cleared out by the crew of the Hitler Youth. Panzer IV arriving. I don't think the Panzer will hold on long here. The Soviet reinforcements are arriving in another T-44. Indeed, the Panzer are pulling back. Siscon is encountering a Panzer IV alongside an Untersturmführer. The territory is falling into German hands for the most part now. Ooh, grenade there. They do manage to clear out the machine gun just in time. Stuck G also being prepared for the Waffen-SS. Panzer will make it out safely. And half-track has been utilized pretty well here. Before it reveals itself. Panzer IV going up to engage. No penetration in the first shot. Got penetrated by the T-34. Heat round penetrated, did some damage. But tank got taken out by the Siscon. Hitler Youth trying to hold the ground here, but they probably have to pull back. That flamethrower is not very useful unless they can get closer. And especially with the crowd mow nearby. Looks like the Wehrmacht's Volkslinie is moving up to secure the victory point in the center. And there's still a machine gun covering it. The Germans are still bleeding points, just slowly. These first is not going to get much done, I think. They could actually get... Oh, they have a chance here. Tossing a grenade. But it's still out in the open. And great on them in return, they have to get out of there. Oh, he's proceeding the wrong way because the forward HQ. Oh, that's painful. That's a painful loss right there. So G now advancing. Lieutenant is trying to pull in an artillery strike, probably on the machine gun there. So far it's working out for him. The heavy cover is covering for him. Here we go, the rapid barrage is going in. Lieutenant is pulling back. Destroying the mortar team. That's something. The G-Force and the T-34s to remain back, but we have an SU-85M coming up. M standing for Martin, I believe. So it's like, it's a late war in SU-85. He has a little bit more armor and such. And that can just pierce straight with the Stuke. So let's take out the T-34 though. SU-85 misses. Oh no, what's Stuke doing? They need to be cautious. Oh, no penetration by 85! Yeah, Katusha hitting the Wehrmacht's position, doing a lot of damage as I can see. Actually not that much damage, I cleared out one of the units. Stuke is holding on, but it has to start pulling back. Needs some support. You're not just holding on its own. Storm Pioneers managed to get to the Sis gun, and they're clearing it out in short order. Oh, the Storm Pioneers doing a lot of work with those MP4s, but they did get suppressed. Yeah, ready to fight again though. And do have support from some Panzer Grenadiers nearby. We're actually helping to clear them out, and now they have a Flammenwerfer. And they know what the SU-85 is, I think. But they can avoid it. Panzer IV command tank for the infantry. And even the Valentine Lend-Lease tank. This is a good fight. I like this one. Ooh, Valentine's getting close here. The Valentine does have a decent gun, but... Ooh, did not work out this time. The Valentine has to pull back here. It's going to try and shoot through the container. It's a... whatever that was. What are these things called? Tubes? Are they called tubes? But the Panzer has to pull back anyway. Let's see, Konskis also advanced the victory point up here. After this is bringing up more troops and more Hitler Youth by looks of it. Wehrmacht got a Hauptmann on the field. We will see more of the front line. Panther tank being prepared from the Waffen-SS. Now that's a big deal. The Panther could actually be a very big deal here. So the fight has quieted down a bit. Both sides are figuring out what to do. You just hear the silence fall over the once constant firefights. Some mines being laid here. Oh, shots being fired again. Unstumpfierce encounters some conscripts. Both sides are just digging in and preparing for the next move. Technically, the Germans still have to advance because the Soviets are still winning on victory points. They're still taking down the German ones, just very slowly. But that's a Flammenwerfer. So the conscripts can make use of that. Montevideo has now encountered a lot of Germans here. This being used an artillery piece. Trying to take out the Sys gun, I imagine. Artillery strike being called in by the Untersturmführer. Ooh, that Sys gun is doing a lot of work. Artillery strike is going in towards the Sys. You have the Panther tank on the field. The Germans are holding on. Looks like the Soviets tried to do an assault over here with a Katyusha strike. Did some damage, but there was not enough to push up behind it. We do have an MCHA tank. Lend-Lease Sherman. And the Valentine working together. But the command tank is so far keeping them at bay. MCHA tank taken out. Valentine trying to flank. Got a good penetration there, but it's not going to be enough. We have an armored assault here from the Germans, the Waffen-SS Panzerdivision. Doing a good job here. They lost the half-track though. Oh, not to, oh, to the PTRD up here. One got cleared out, basically. Looks like the H-85 got taken out somewhere. Unless I've missed it. Panther and Stuck taking out the T-44. High-explosive round loaded. The Panther tank is going to be exceptionally difficult to deal with. Especially from the front. Because the Panther has very high frontal armor. And the Panther is also very mobile, as you can see. So there's sort of suppression going on over here. But the command tank and the stormtroopers is slowly advancing. Will the penetrating shot happen from the Valentine? But the Soviets are having issues dealing with the slow advance of the Wehrmacht over here. And well, the Waffen-SS is pushing up pretty rapidly. We do have a Capitan calling in some kind of artillery strike. Or it might be an airstrike for all I know. It is an artillery strike. That's going to be a big one. We'll first have a few preliminary shots going in as we normally see with Soviet strikes, but they're also very wide in scope, as you can see. Not the most accurate, but they're very widespread. So this area is going to get flattened. Oh, even just the preliminary shot did the damage there. Now the rest of the barrage is going to come in, and it's going to be huge. As you can see that. Destroys the building and the bunker and everything. That's the part of the Soviet artillery strikes. But the Wehrmacht is still advancing. Soviets, I think, are getting a little bit on the back foot now. The Haumann is fighting directly at the front, and he's doing a pretty decent job at it as well. I guess he is a very glory-seeking officer. Maybe the infantry is pushing up. Maybe just the Haumann forcing him back. But the first Grenadier supported by a Grenadier with an MT-42 100 rounds is pushing up. Very able to stop them. What is going on? The Panther's holding on. We have another issue. Oh, that's the issue. It looks like it was cleared out. 48 trying to be established here by the Waffen-SS. But the firefights continue, but the Soviets are losing a lot of ground. But the MCHA arriving here. They know there's a command tank. The Katyusha needs to get out of there. Oh no. Yeah, the Katyusha started moving back much sooner. It's not doing good here for the Soviets. I have to take a hit, but they can get repaired up here. There's some more Panzergrenadiers as well, equipped with a full-on Sturmgewehrs here. 2 scoped and 2 non-scoped. Of course, the squad leader has an MP40. This Capitan needs to decide what he wants to do. We have a second SU-85 being prepared. Now, the 85 has a decent chance to penetrate the Panther, but he still needs to be cautious because the Panther's gun, I think, can shoot straight through the SU-85. Hanskis are going to try and take a shot here. I realize they might be hit by a high explosive if they try. So they're having some second thoughts, I guess. High explosive loaded here. Will it hit? Hit the building, did not do that much though. Oh, we have a big Soviet artillery strike being prepared by Capitan. The Soviet is about to be flattened. And the Waffen SS quickly relocate. Realize this whole area is just about to be gone. Setting the forward HQ of place too, and destroying most of the mines. That's the power of Soviet artillery. Yermak tries to push up, but the Maxim's holding them at bay. Hartmann is trying to call in an artillery strike, but he's pinned, so he's unable to. Forcing him to pull back. T-54 ramming now to support. Jagdpanzer ramming for the infantry. SU-85s need to really tag team this Panther, which is not an easy thing to do. Oh, never mind. Smoke pop there. SU-85s are going to pull back for repairs. And the fighting continues here in the refinery grounds. Panzer IV command tank advancing. I feel like the fights are getting better and better. Command tank is now threatening the center here. This is his gun. I guess that's where the Soviet officers have decided to operate from. But yeah, taking some big losses. I think both sides are. There's more stormtroopers being prepared from the infantry. T-54 got a good shot there. And now the Jagdpanzer is revealing itself. T-54 getting quite close to the command tank.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
Too late there though. Can use the refinery to cover for itself.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
SU-85 relocated to help you with the Jagdpanzer. We have a Panther driving up here now. There's double Panthers on the front line. Mthis has got now turned the right way. Panther backs up after seeing all the resistance might face. But it's not looking good here. The Soviets, I think, might be losing ground. 85 did not penetrate. Some flamethrower to block division sites. Hanskis will take some heavy losses out there in the open. Oh, no penetration on the 85. That's rare. The 85 is not really known for, or the issue is not really known for having that much armor, I believe. Artillery being called in, this time by the Hartmann. Panther moving into the place, and looks like the Soviets called it quits at this point. Good match though, a good first match for this series. I'll see you all in the next game, everyone. Bye bye.